Alright friends, welcome back to Vince and GD's Super Channel G, and I'm absolutely incredibly excited because look, we're finally gonna get open. There's like 4 waves of these ReAction Super 7 Godzilla action figures. I can't tell you how excited I am working on this, and then found this cool guy at Best Buy, which is essentially the same sort of action figure. Got these, and this, well I guess it's pretty far, but let's go ahead and get these open. I can't wait to get started. I'm going to dedicate this video, well, knocking everything around, dedicate this video to our good friend Michael, and, well, let's go ahead and get this started. Hey friends, welcome back to Vince and GD's Super Channel G. And look at all of these incredible Godzilla action figures. These are Super 7 ReAction figures. They look absolutely phenomenal. You're not going to want to miss this. Some of these glow in the dark. Some of these are little special editions. And, well, you're not going to want to miss this. So we're going to dive on in. So guys, before we get started, if you have not already subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button below. Hit the notification bell next to it so you're notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you think of these figures, which are your favorites, and if you have some already, give us a big thumbs up. Share this video with anybody you think would enjoy it. And what do you say we go ahead and get started right now?
Folks, this video was brought to you by Vince.
Stay tuned. Vince and Gigi, Super Channel G.
Super Channel G.
So tight.
Vince and Gigi from Super Channel G.
Channel G.
Vince and Gigi on Super Channel G.
How you doing there, Gigi?
So nice to meet you, Gigi.
Vince and Gigi on Super Channel G.
I will see you on the TV.
Super Channel G.
God, is this great?
Joy.
Alright friends, so we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to dive on in. We're going to open this cool Godzilla right here, the one we got from Best Buy. Then we'll open those 2, like I said. Then we'll get these 3. Then we'll do wave 1 and 2 plus the bonus figure. So, let's go ahead and set this aside. And get these open and start with this first action fig right here. Alright, so let's get this Godzilla open. This Godzilla 1954 with Oxygen Destroyer. Look how incredible this package looks. Look at those logos. Look at this graphic design right here. Looks phenomenal. Just in case, there you go right there. November 2021. Found this on the shelf. Adult collectible, not a toy. Ages 14 and up. Alright, well, let's go ahead and just pop them on out. Well, let's see what it says back here. It happens to say, Godzilla rampages through Japan, leaving a trail of destruction. The future of the country's citizens is left in the hands of Dr. Serizawa, who creates a devastating new weapon of unspeakable power, the Oxygen Destroyer. This device splits and liquefies cells of anything it gets in contact with. Knowing it's the only option of stopping Godzilla, Dr. Serizawa detonates his Oxygen Destroyer in the ocean, reducing Godzilla to nothing. Alright, that was fun. Now let's get him out. I'm like, well, I don't want to, again, bust that or fold it unnecessarily, but I'm like, guess we'll just use this. See if we can, there we are. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, look how cool that looks actually. When it's taped. Well, there's no reason to untape it. As long as we can get our Godzilla out. Oop, and he just jumped right out. Whoa! Those are oxygen. Destroyer just flew away. Let's pop this this back in here. Set this aside. And let's take a look at our Godzilla. Already looks great. Look at that. Wow! Look at his spines here, his dorsal fins. They are silver, if I've ever seen silver. The tail does turn. Wow, that's cool. Look at that. His head could turn all the way around if you needed to, but there we go. I like the head sculpt. The paint's nice and clean. Those silver teeth also. Wow, it's got silver caps. And yeah, because it's white on the eye and silver there. His arms go around but not out. There we go. Which is kind of the hallmark of these ReAction figures, that they have simple articulation. Look at that. That looks awesome. Super 7. The legs turn this much, so there's not going to be a heavy amount of articulation, but look at that. He stands very well, supported by the tail. And let's look at this oxygen destroyer. Wow, look at that. It's got big pieces of little lint. That's pretty cool. And what, he's gonna hold it here in his hand? I was like, wow. I guess so. He sure does. I was kind of joking about that, but turns out he can. And well, look at that. That's pretty outstanding. Let me know what you think in the comments. I do like that the silver goes all the way down from the tail. The little spikes there. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna fall out of his hand at some point. But let's go ahead and set it up over here. And let's see how many figures we can get. Just straight up chilling there. Okay, cool. Let's move on and see who we have next. Well, next, I think we should do these two dudes right here, which are super outstanding. I believe we got them both at Target. Look at that. And it looks like it's probably just the exact same action figure twice, but with a different paint job and, you know, different color package. But otherwise, it's pretty much like the same figure. So I'm like, wow. Let's see if we can translate this, because I'm like, let's get back over here, and I wonder if we can literally use this. It's translating. Wow! But I guess it definitely already has it down here. It's already translated for us, but isn't that cool how that works? Look at that, as it translates. Alright, cool. So, let's go ahead and do these two. Let's do our, which one do you want to do first? This one doesn't even have the top punched out. Look at that. It's starting to fall out, but it isn't. And, okay, so we got both of these at Target. I wonder what this says here. Let's see if we can get that, because that was kind of cool. First edition. Tail. Maybe it didn't translate so well. That's cool. Alright, let's get this open. Let's open this one. And I guess we will read this, but it looks like it's the exact same for both. Oh, got one at a comic book store and one at, I guess both we could have gotten at Target. But anywho, check that out and let's see what it says. Godzilla, soft vinyl version. The king of all monster toys. The Marusan Godzilla was the first Godzilla vinyl figure ever produced. The 9-inch tall soft vinyl figure's distinctive look is believed to be modeled on the 1964 Marusan play model model kit. Sorry, I got all sorts of tongue-tied. Several variations of the Mosan Godzilla were produced between 1966 and 1968, including slightly altered sizes, colors, paint applications, and branding on the feet. All discernible marks for the vigilant Godzilla figure collector. I apologize if I mispronounced several of the words, but that's not the part that matters. Let's get this open. I'm like, ooh, how can I get this open without destroying the package? Always the million-dollar question. Give me a second. Alright, let's see if I can lift this ever so slightly. Cool. Sure can, but carefully. Oh, went too far. There we go. Super close. Ooh. Nope. I tried. Almost. And oh, it's got a little plastic piece right here holding him in. And there we are. Okay. Not bad, chiquito. Not bad. Look at that. Okay, set that aside. And just to be 100% sure, these two, well, there's a QR code if you're interested in that sort of thing. Alright, this says November 2022 and this says February 2023. So this one came out afterwards. So white one first. And there we are. Let's zoom on in. Look at this. Wow, that looks cool. Look at his teeth. There's a little bit of paint bleed up here, but otherwise looks pretty good. Is that silver also? Wow, look, he's got some brushes of silver. Let's see, this arm is a little looser than I would have loved. This one too, but in any event, it just turned. And these legs are also kind of, they're definitely looser than the other Godzilla we just looked at. Tail turns here. Again, he's got little hints of silver. He's got little spines right here. And the head does not move at all. So that's the biggest difference between articulation from these two. Look at his legs and feet. Selection. There we go. Pretty cool. And that looks awesome. I like the red for the eyes and the mouth. Kind of extends further than I thought, kind of looking a little Joker-ish. But otherwise looks pretty awesome. I'm digging that. It's just the joints are a lot looser than I would have thought. Okay. So let's set him up like this. And let's compare him to this Godzilla, which is essentially the same. But let's see if we can get this opened basically the same way. Again, without destroying the whole package. Uh-oh. This one didn't poke all the way through. So that's not the most exciting thing to hear right now or to see. So I'm gonna need to tear through. Oof. Did a bad job on this one, sorry guys. I don't know how I did so good on the other one and this one was not. So I'm kind of rushed through, sorry about that. Ooh, this one did a terrible job. Terrible job. Here we are. Put this back in here. Ooh, look at that horrible tear. Alright, well, it is what it is. And here is our Godzilla. This one's got... Okay, cool. This arm is a little loose. This one is tighter there. And the legs are a little tighter than we just saw on our white and silver version. For this green and silver version, I'm digging the red eyes, the silver, a little bit of for the teeth, and that's kind of as an accent right here. It's basically the same figure with different color plastic and different little plain applications here. Look at his feet. Looks pretty cool all in all. And let's see how they look side by side. Look at that. Let's zoom in here. Otherwise, pretty cool. That looks awesome. And get him standing up pretty good. And we'll set him right over here next to our oxygen destroyer Godzilla. What do you think about that? Not too shabby. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's see who we got next. Okay, cool. Well, I guess we'll do this wave. There's a Godzilla 54, Jet Jaguar, and Mechagodzilla, and all these are glow in the dark. And I was kind of curious, so I was like, glow in the dark. It's interesting because it's like the torso glows so much more than the rest of the body. And same thing for this Mechagodzilla, but I haven't seen him yet. And he's got significantly more paint than the other two. But look how incredible these packages look. So 54, it's going to be essentially that figure right there. The glow in the dark version. Got 3 monsters to collect. And I'm pretty sure we got these at Target also at December of 2021. And I'm pretty sure they came out later than that. But might have gotten them at a local comic book store actually also. They sold them in both places. So that's what we'll do. We will open this Godzilla, then Jet, then Mechagodzilla. There's no write-up in the back, so let's just set this aside. Let's get this bad boy open. Wow, look how great this package looks. So, here, let me move this. Give me a second. Okay. So, let's get this Godzilla 54 action figure open, and we'll see how well he glows in the dark. And I'm going to try not to destroy this beautiful packaging, which I basically did with the last one. Okay, let's see if I can... Ooh, that was good. Sneak this right in here. Oof. Again, not going as planned. Because if I can get the whole thing to come up, that would be good. But not if I can't. If I can only get partial, it tears right here, that would be heartbreaking. No, this is great. And a little better than I hoped, but scarier than I would have liked. Check that out. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And then barely can even tell we opened it. That's pretty good. Put that aside over there. And look at this Godzilla. Wow, look at his razor sharp claws there. And those are silver. Get closer here. I'm digging that blue. Look at that. Tail moves. Head turns. Arms, wow. It's got pretty good joints. It's got a little artifact right there. Looks like applesauce. It's got blue right there, and then looks like inside it's probably looks kind of bluish. That just might be my imagination. Where is my black light? Let's see if we can get him to glow. Set that aside over here. Well, it definitely is glowing. Oh my gosh, look at that. And it's definitely glowing there. Let's see what happens if I can turn this light off, see if it'll still. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, cool. And if I turn off the black light. Okay, well, there you have it. Doesn't that look crazy? So, glows slightly brighter right there on in the middle for his torso. But I definitely love glow in the dark stuff. Who doesn't? Look at that. Well, it's a little grainy now that I did that, but otherwise super cool. Oh, let's get our light back on if I can find where it even is. Here we go. Fumbling around in the dark. There we go. Alright, cool. I got us back set up. So, we'll set them aside over there. We'll compare these two. Look at that. Since several of them are going to be repaints in different plastic colors. Look at that. I'm digging the blue eye with the silver. Can't see his pronounced nostrils as much, but definitely looks great. Okay. So, let's set this Godzilla over here. We'll put this bad boy over here. And let's move on next. Yeah, and next is gonna be Jet, or Jet Jaguar. And this package looks unreal. These look absolutely unreal. Look at that. Okay. So, here's... let's set this aside. And here's the $1,000,000 question. Can I get this open without destroying the package? And well, these have me going in a... No! I was like, oh! Definitely what I was trying to avoid. Oh man, it happened on both sides. Oh well. I guess I can glue it. Interesting how that went down. A little unexpected, but here we are. Look how cool that looks. Let's get him out of there. Wow. Cool. zoom in. His silver teeth. Head sculpt. The paint looks great. And turn the head. That's awesome. The arms go around really well. You can hear a little bit of clicking because the joints stick slightly, but they still move well. And, well, I have a little bit of blue painted bleed here. I like the little frosted look. That looks awesome. And the trim on the boots. Otherwise, this guy looks great. It's gonna be another one where it's like, how's he look under black light? It's supposed to glow in the dark, right? I'm like, hope so. And the black light will charge it pretty quickly. So let's get back to... Sorry, let's do this again. This is pretty fun, actually. Oop. Messed up. He is glowing, but that's not what I meant to do. Take this off and keep that glowing. There we go. Does the rest of his body not glow? Come on. That would stink. I want the... Okay, I guess not. We'll find out. Here goes the full treatment. Switch this. There we go. And man, it actually looks pretty bright here. And that's, well, we just changed the light settings. And you can see this Mechagodzilla already wanted to get in on the action. I didn't even open him yet, but this looks awesome. Again, I definitely love the glow-in-the-dark treatment. Okay, going back here. Here we are. Well, turn our light back on in the dark. And, like, why didn't it come on? There we go. Change settings. Alright, perfect. And he looks great. See if we can get him to stand well. He stands pretty good. Let's set him up right here. And we're gonna have too many action figures for this little wall back here. And this over here. Cool. And last but absolutely not least in this line, the glow-in-the-dark ReAction figures from Super 7. We have Mechagodzilla. This will be the last one we move with the black light. And probably the last one I mess up, like, super horribly here. So, oh, this one doesn't have the exact same gap like the other one does. Or should I say the other ones do. Let's see if I can. Let's follow, see if I can follow along here. This time I'm holding it down. So there aren't the same surprises. Let's see. It's close, but in the end, got a little dicey there. Put that up. And our Mechagodzilla looks awesome. Looks a little like he could use some color, but anyway. Tail doesn't move. The legs turn in an outward way. The arms do go around. He's definitely rocking the robot look though. Robot dance look. Head turns great. So that's awesome. Look at that. He's even got his initials there. This action figure looks absolutely wonderful. Look at that. The head looks great. Set him up right here. See if he can balance well with his tail set up. There we go. Just have him lean forward a little bit. Here's this. Wow, look at that. It's definitely starting to glow already. Let's try this the opposite way this time. Let's change the settings now. Okay. There. And shrunk it down a bit. Have him right there. Now we'll move this. See him glowing brighter. And we'll turn the black light off. There we go. Look how awesome that looks. Pretty sick. Okay. And wow, look how crazy that looks. I'm like, wait a minute. He glows in the dark too? Did I already forget that? Because I didn't remember that being the case. Because it can't be an accident. He's not glowing right now like these dudes. But, let me see, turn this off. No, I think it's... Well, you know, I don't know. That's kind of interesting, because I'm like, maybe he's just reflecting off of them, but no, because he couldn't be reflecting off this side. Anyway, let me take a picture of this, because this looks sick. Look at that. And even this guy right here. Like he's a little out of focus. There we go. Not as good as it's gonna get. Alright, cool. Let's get back out of this. And now let's continue moving on. Keep on keeping on. Set this side right here. And there we go. Perfect. Move this over here. And man, we've already done 6 action figures, and we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Jeez, 13. I don't know if we're gonna have to pause right there because 13 is a lot. Oh my gosh. 13. Let's move on anyway. Okay, so let's do wave 1. And yes, this is another Godzilla 54. Different package, doesn't have that accessory. And these 6 figures were the ones that were originally in this set. Godzilla 54, Godzilla 57, Mechagodzilla, Jet Jaguar, Mothra, and Rodan. And that is a pretty solid lineup right there. Very solid lineup. And then after this set came out, I'm like, oh, I thought there was a QR code here. After this set came out, later they added one. Look at this, because it says collect all 6, collect all 7, and they just jammed American Poster Godzilla 54 in there. And that's this, which came out much later. Isn't that cool? There's a QR code here in case you want to scan that. Well, it looks absolutely phenomenal. March 2022, January 2022. So we'll do them in that order. And it looks like these 2 are, again, going to be the same type of 2 we already looked at for 54. This is probably going to be the exact same figure, except with, instead of silver, we're going to have white or gray. And then this one, just completely different paint applications there. And look at that package with breathing that fire there. Okay, so let's get this bad boy open, and hopefully this should be much easier to not destroy the package, which looks absolutely wonderful, by the way. Okay, Let's come on, Godzilla. You can do it. I got stuck for some reason. Not fully understanding that, but whatevs. Nope! As soon as I got lazy, it busted the way I didn't want it to. Okay. Let's turn the corner right here. Let's stop being lazy. And there we go. I know what I did different here. Okay. Did that. Okay. And that was pretty clean, except for that one little weird turn we took. But otherwise, great. Look at that. Okay, awesome. So Godzilla 54. And gonna be near identical to the first one we did. Here is how well his head turns. Sculpt is great. Arms go all the way around. There's tight joints. Look at that. The legs move well. The tail moves well. And this is all around a great, great action figure. Look at that. So let's compare him to our special edition one. Look at that. It's really just, this is silver. This is gray. Same thing with his teeth. This one's got a grill and this one doesn't. And then silver for his claws versus gray. Here's a side-by-side comparison. And of course, no accessory. Here we go. There's the claws. And there's that on the back. Okay. So we can put this back over here. Oh, I knew I was gonna knock it off. Ooh, I don't know how that keeps staying. Alright, we'll put this Godzilla right here. Let's turn this guy here. Ooh, that sounds like thunder. Okay, next one. Next we're gonna have our American poster Godzilla 54. And I love the way this one looks. It's phenomenal. I love this art. Love the way all of this looks. They did such an outstanding job with this. And there's where we have 7 instead of 6. There's your QR code. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, here we go. I'm just going to kind of lift from here and then drop it down there. And bring this forward is what I did. Push that down. And then, oh man. There we go. I did it late. There we go. Bring this forward. There we go. This one was probably the best one I've done on this side, but not on this side. There we go. Wow, he looks outstanding. This right here. Okay. Cherry squeaking. And look how outstanding this looks. I love the orange for his spikes here, his dorsal fins. It looks awesome. Head turns. So again, it's essentially the same mold. And I like how it has a little bit of highlights and you know, dry brush or whatever type for that light green. Gives it a nice little texture and makes it stand out. Look at his claws. And all in all, this is a great looking figure. Definitely digging that. And now let's compare him to the one we just opened. There we go. He's got green for his claws on his feet, or his razor sharp claws up here. Same thing here, instead of being a different color. But I really like the way this looks. Let's see how he stands up to this bad boy here, because they're not too far off. Look at that. Different colors of green. There's spikes. They're still camaradas. Nice. Let's put this back. Let's put him over here. Look at that. Amazing. Okay. And so, let's move on. Next in this set, we have, I'm like, no way, Godzilla 57. I'm like, do we want to do all the Godzillas at first? I guess so. So, Godzilla 57. And he doesn't look exactly like this, which kind of almost feels like it at first glance, but it doesn't. You're about to see what the differences are. They may feel like, as far as this action figure, it may feel subtle at first, but you'll be able to see the difference. Oh, look, there's weird imperfections in the sealing of the package. Let's see if I can. There we go. There we go. I was nervous again there for a second. There we go. Did some sort of magic there. Well, here, let's see. He has 3 toes. Oop. And you'll see, I'll put him next to the other one in just a moment. But look at that head. Definitely different. And when I put them side by side, you'll see. The head turns well. You could turn it all the way around. The arms turn well. Look at that. Look at his claws there for his hands. The legs turn out like this. And all in all, this looks great. It's slightly different gray. Look at this. For the body versus the legs and the arms. Tail does turn. Turn all the way around, I guess, if you would like, but I don't see why you would. And, well, let's compare these two. Look at that. So let's set them side by side. I guess let's switch them back, so you can see which ones are in. There we are in order. Look at the feet. So, we have 54 versus 57. Of course, the feet, there's a huge difference. Look at that. Even just the amount of toes. Let's turn this in right here. And the head shapes, look at that. Get this versus this. Sorry, I'm getting a little shaky. The brow. And look at that. The arm. Difference, and so there we are. We got 54 versus 57, which looks pretty cool. Go ahead and stand them up. Put this bad boy right here. This one here. And now we're gonna do, and it's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Whew. Let's get it open. And by it, it's gonna be this really awesome Mechagodzilla. Look at that. Action figure looks outstanding. Interesting, it's got this like whitish type color to it, but in any event, instead of this metallic look, let's get it open. And yes, it will be, I'm assuming, the same mold as that guy right there. So let's push down right here on the edge. Alright. Didn't want to cooperate. Let's see if we can lift it. There we go. Oh, I'm not even on camera. Go figure. Okay. Lead this way. Oh man. Interesting how it's like, I don't know if it's intentionally supposed to be wiggly jiggly like that. The shape. But who knows? This was clean. That looks awesome. And wow, look at that. I love that little outline for the yellow right there. Great graphic design. I guess I just didn't notice it's like that on all of them. Look at that. It's gorgeous actually, this package. Okay. Wow, look at this guy. It's absolutely great. It turns nice and tight. It could go all the way around if you wanted to. Look at the mold. You can see the details even better on this one than the glow-in-the-dark one. The glow-in-the-dark feature was cool. Look at that. Soft plastic here for the hands. This arm's a little looser. Legs turn out right here. Tail again does not turn. And, well, looks absolutely awesome. Let's compare him to our glow-in-the-dark bad boy. And it definitely appears to be the same mold. Looks great. And we have a cool glow-in-the-dark feature here with a lot of red. And here we have the yellow eyes. Look at those teeth. That's awesome. That looks great. Because this one was harder to tell and the paint just looks like it was kind of rushed on there. But here that looks awesome. Okay. Set him back over here. Get this bad boy right here. Right, let's move him forward a little bit so he can be better balanced. There we go. Okay, cool. So that makes it 1, 2, 3, 4. There would be 3 more from wave 1. And this one will be Jet, just like we open that one, but this one is just not glow in the dark. He's got silver everywhere. That guy had the glow in the dark clear green. So beautiful package. Look at that. You can see it's a mile away. Got it at Target and was super excited to pick it up. And that was like a year ago. But you already knew that. I'm like, ooh, why is this package so much harder to open than the last one? Ooh, and it's tearing. I thought I was doing a good job, and it turned out I was, but only for a minute. There we go. Get him out. This back. There we go. And well, definitely looks awesome. But is this chip paint or is this paint on top of it? Looks like paint bleed. See, the legs move this far forward. Ooh, I was pushing them and it started to open on the bottom. Look at that. So be careful not to push it too far. You don't want them busting open. arms go around pretty well. The head looks great. Turns well also. And this would have been a cool guy too. Wish we had more joints, but it's just because I love articulation, but that's not what this line is about. So there we go. You can tell, same mold, different color plastic, different application. So I like the way this looks. Not that I don't this one, just they did a great job. Okay, so there we are for Jet Jaguar. Let's get him to stand. And there we are. Set him aside right here. It doesn't wobble too much. His feet aren't exactly just completely straight either. Okay, it's a little wobbly, but that looks great. And then we have Mothra. Mothra looks phenomenal. Beautiful package. Look, even has the egg right here. Just doesn't have two little women singing there to her. If I said him, my bad. I've done that a million times. Like, oh, look at him. And Mothra, her. So, there. You caught me and you already put that in the comments. At least this time I caught myself, because I usually don't. I'm like, oh, he's the coolest. And it's like, all comments, it's a she. Like, oops. My bad. Okay. There we go. So we can sneak this in. Ah, so close, yet so far away. There we go. That side ended up cooperating. And then so did that one in the end. Wow, this looks great. Look at this. It's flat on one side, I guess, so it doesn't roll around. Looks like an Easter egg. Boom! And then I would have liked for some sort of like clear stand, but alas, it wasn't to be. Look at that, looks great. Yellow outline looks awesome. And this looks awesome. So does this. Look at Mothra. So I'm like, can you... I guess you can pose the wings slightly higher and bring them down. So, not a ton, but you can. Ooh, I like that the head does turn. That's awesome. Be careful with the antenna, because you could probably snap them off on accident. And otherwise, look at that. It is a joint. This Mothra looks beautiful. Did a great job. And there we go. So we can put this here. Oh, I'd like Mothra to be flying instead of just chilling like that. So, I can put this there. At least put Mothra on top of that. It's the least I can do, I guess. And, oh, one more from Wave 1 that's coming. And you guessed it, because you remember I said it a moment ago. Rodan. Look at that, the fire demon. Looks absolutely phenomenal. Love the way this looks. Look at that. Okay, let's get him out. And I'm curious to see how the legs and the wings move. The head looks like it turns. You can sneak in here. Okay. So far, this looks promising. that was. Great. Ooh, cool, look at that. Little spikies for chest hair. And here we are. So, whoa. It was like it felt like it was pushing back. And like, I mean, it feels like they were like almost like spring loaded back, but I guess not. They're just heavy. The head turns. Here's what the head sculpt looks like. Looks pretty outstanding. Definitely reminiscent. Careful with this, you don't want to break these off. And the wings come this far forward and this far back. Look. Little spikies right here. And the legs. Wow, as they go around, they can go out like that. It's not going to help you much because you're not going to be able to oppose them. But the legs like that, and they look a little awkward. But otherwise, and then look, his tail is kind of like a little tuxedo coat. Little claws here. So, can he stand up? Very well. Not very well. So let's lean him forward a little bit. Bring the wings forward a little bit, and that should be great. Right over here. And look at that. Man, what do you think of that? Okay, I'll get there. Rodan looks great. All in all, looks wonderful. Okay, so now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to go. 6 to go! Man, we're not gonna be able to line them up like this. We're gonna have to start doubling them up. Alright, well, let's move on. And first up, well, let's acknowledge that here there are 6 more action figures. And this is wave, see wave 1, and we have wave 2. Godzilla 62, 84, Ghidorah, Gigan, the half-transformed Mechagodzilla, and King Ghidorah. And there's that QR code. This one says 2023, June 2022, but it came out in 2023. Interesting. Alright, well, look how sick this Godzilla looks. Absolutely outstanding. Let's get him out. Let's get him open. And, well, I'm gonna need this again. I'm gonna wanna. There's no weak spot, is there? Not this time. Not this time. Unfortunately. I have to make my own weak spot. There we are. And hopefully that worked. Not quite like I'd hoped. Yeah, not like I'd hoped. Oof. Let's try this again. Ooh, that was ugly. There. Ugly and got better, but ugly nonetheless. Okay, so Godzilla 62. Oh man, even has rubber bands. This one they were all about keeping them in the package. They don't want me to open the box without tearing it. Rubber bands. Here we are. Again, beautiful package. And look at this guy. Oh man, this one is built like a tank. Look at that head. Turns nice and tight. Look at that. The spikes on the back. Tail moves tight. Look at his big thunder thighs. It's back with the 3 toes. And I love the way this figure looks. Look at those claws. Those yellowish nails. And, well, he definitely has a hole right there so you can put like a little stand. This Godzilla looks rough and tough. So I love that. And that is the 62. So 62. And we could definitely have like the 54, 57, 62. Here is 57 and 62. And there is a much less subtle difference, and it becomes more obvious at this point, especially with the head, with the claws. Okay, set this right here. I wonder if we stack these. Let's see. Sorry, let's put this here. A little bit of overlap. Maybe we can put him back here. Him here. You know, may not be a ton of difference, but at least it'll be some. Then we can get to a maybe at least. That is a absolute maybe. Okay, well, let's turn the head this way. Can we fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 figures here in that corner? Probably not. But that's not going to stop us from trying. There we go. It's going to be cutting it close, my friend. If I just put him here. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, cool. Next, we're gonna do this Godzilla 84, which even slightly different yet again. Ooh. Like, okay. Maybe, ooh. Definitely wasn't looking to stab it twice. 3 times. Come on, looks like it's lifted already. Will we be able to pierce this right here? Maybe. Come on, good buddy. Help me out here. There we go. Maybe. Maybe. Stop saying maybe. Ah. Well, the maybe turned into absolutely not. Just tore straight through it. I'm sorry the camera wasn't even facing it completely. Okay. Well, there went my definitely maybe. And this Godzilla looks awesome. Oof. I thought that was gonna help, and it made it worse. But whatever at this point. Alright. This Godzilla looks awesome. 84 version of Godzilla. Look at that head. Look at those fangs. It turns nice and tight. Look at these spikes. Look at this little curly tail. The legs. Oof. These are actually kind of much tougher to turn these joints, which I would prefer that over loose joints, so that's a good thing. The legs come this far back because it starts hitting right here. It looks great. It looks great. Look at that. That head sculpt. So it's this progression. There you go. 52, 54, 57, 62. Oh, wait. I'm missing one then. What I meant to say was we have 54, 57. Did I say 52? I don't know why I said that. If I did. 54, 57, 62, and 84. So 54, 57. Notice the toes. 62 and 84. And so I'm really hoping they make a wave 3 so that we can get, you know, Godzilla's into the 2000s. This right here. This right here. And this right here. Alright. Not bad. So we're moving on to our third of 6 in wave 2 of Ghidorah. And looks pretty outstanding. This is a huge one compared to all the other ones. Look at that. Look at that tail. Look at that face. Look at the eyes. And this one was the hardest one to find. I had to get this at a local comic book store because, yeah, this one just wasn't showing up anywhere. And even then, it was hard to find. Okay, let's. Ooh, did I pierce that? Okay. Cool. There we go. Come on. You can do it. Ooh, how did that get tremendously easier? Like out of nowhere. Okay, perfect. Well, near perfect. And wow, this is instantly one of my favorites in the whole line, just because of how unique and big and it is, and how much love went into this figure. A lot of love went into this figure, designing it and making it. You can tell right off the bat. Here we go. Man, look at that tail. Does turn. Look at that. I love this little gradient, little airbrushed look. Man. The arms aren't going to go all the way around because they do hit here and they hit down there also. The legs turn on like a little pivot. And they look absolutely phenomenal. The arms look great. That arm's only going to come up that high. And hits the feet, the legs there. But otherwise, this is a gorgeous action figure. And it's huge. Absolutely huge. Look at this. Maybe you can't tell right away, and this is the thicker Godzilla we got going on here. It's huge. Put him back. Let's bring Jet out here. And that'll be a good size comparison. Look at this. Huge. And Jet's little pointy part of his head makes him look taller, but it's huge. Okay, it looks outstanding. There we go. Wow, look at that. So I can't turn the head, that'd be neat. But anyway, get him standing up well. With the arms, look at that. You can probably get him right here. Put that arm down. There we go. And we're gonna cram in the other three. Probably make space over here, but that looks great. Okay, so now we're getting down to the last three. And this one looks sick! This Gigan. Look at that. So we have this, this, and this left. And this Gigan looks absolutely phenomenal. Look at that. The gold. His face looks great. So let's get this open. Here we are. Perfect. At least on the side one. Oof, it's like that's stuck here. And this looks great. All these are starting to have a little rubber band piece. Ooh, and this one even has a little plastic piece too. Right there, interesting. Keeping it extra safe. Extra safe. And this Gigan looks outstanding. Look at that. Look at the head sculpt. I'm so glad the head turns. Could turn all the way around if you wanted to. Just the red was maybe just a little pop a little bit more like what this gold does. And for some reason I have the hiccups all of a sudden. The tail turns. The legs pivot out like that. Look at his pointy little silver toe. Look at his arms. That looks awesome. This action figure looks great. Look at that. Got silver going here. Great themes going on. And now we have, well, people for Godzilla to fight with instead of just a bunch of Godzillas. So I'm loving that. And that looks great. The gold looks outstanding, especially touching the silver. Really pops. Okay. Let's put Gigan over here. I definitely don't want to hide him, but there we go. Just glance at these for a second.
Mothra.
Awesome. Okay. Now we have 2 figures left. 2. And they're both gonna be Godzilla's enemies here. I'm sure there's plenty of room for mashups, but look how outstanding this looks. Half transformed Mechagodzilla. So it's got definitely got that Godzilla bottom. It looks outstanding. And too bad there's not a full Mechagodzilla in this silver, because we do have our glow-in-the-dark one. We do have our one that's kind of like an offshoot of like grayish, whitish. But anyway, this looks cool. And let's get him out. Okay. Oof. This one doesn't even look like it has anything I can lift that it would just pop off. So that looks like a big no. So there we go. Good. That's great. Awesome. It's smoother than it had started out to be. There we are. Man, I can't believe we're already getting to the end. So here's our half-transformed Mechagodzilla, and look how cool that looks. This actually looks phenomenal. Tail move. Ooh, man, that's tight. Listen. Okay. Arms turn pretty well, and they do nice and tight joints without being overly tight. The head sculpt looks great. And, well, that looks outstanding. So, his toes, there's the claws down there. This arm, that Mechagodzilla symbol. I'm like, let me get this other one. Let's compare this to. And they are not the same. Look at that. They're similar. They're not the exact same. And obviously from the bottom, that part's obvious. Look at the arms. So, let's put our Mechagodzilla back over here. And this half-transformed one looks so great. So great. Look at that. Awesome. Wow, and look how far that sticks out. Cool. So, you know what it is. One left. And certainly not least. And that is King Ghidorah. And looks absolutely wonderful. It's huge. Look at this beautiful gold. And this is our very last one out of all of these. It says collect all 12 monsters. We already know that there was another one added here, at least one. So that's already 13. Plus the other ones. Here, here, here. And I'm certain that there's going to be more on the way. So, this King Ghidorah looks unbelievably outstanding. And let's get it open. See if we can find a little way in. There we are. Very cool. Oof. Perfect. And look how outstanding this looks. Probably gonna have to cut the rubber band. Oh wow. I was able to get that out. And oof. One single rubber band around the middle head. Put this back. Look how gorgeous that package looks. Gorgeous. Okay. And this King Ghidorah looks absolutely phenomenal. The wings, they pose back there, and then forward. The heads turn. The heads do turn. Look at that. All of them? All of them. That's amazing. To the legs. They turn as well, and the gold is absolutely phenomenal. So the tails turn together, and well, let's take a closer look at these heads. Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Well, King Ghidorah. Absolutely one of my favorites in the whole set. So, instead of just putting them here, I guess I could, and we'll get a quick little glimpse, and then we're gonna rearrange these because we've seen these and they're just too many kind of just bunched here. And they are more or less in order of how we opened them. Look how great that looks. Let's get a different setup. Give me a second. Alright, cool. Just kind of paired everyone up. Let's make it look like a fight. Or at least gonna throw down at some point. And look at this. Just absolutely phenomenal. Everything looks so outstanding. Wow, guys. This has been super cool. And I hope you've had a blast hanging out with us here. I want to thank you for hanging out with us. And so guys, check back on our YouTube channel for more great videos like this. We also have a large collection of Godzilla videos that are growing. So check back there, see more great videos like this. And if you've not already subscribed to our channel, please consider subscribing by hitting the button below. Hit the notification bell next so you get notified every time we have a new video come out. Talk to us in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you think of these incredible Super 7 ReAction action figures. And give us a big thumbs up. Let us know which ones you like the most. And if you have some yourself. So guys, thank you for hanging out. We'll be seeing you soon. Thanks for watching Vincent GD's Super Channel G. Peace.